This now, anti-Israel activist, pro-Hamas activist Mahmoud Khalil, set to be deported to Algeria. The former Columbia grad student, Syrian-born, was arrested by ICE early last year, spent 3 months in a Louisiana immigration jail, and is slated now to be booted from the U.S. after the Trump administration accused him of committing fraud on his green card application. So to get a better understanding of the current and future, perhaps, ramification of this case, we're joined by Michael Wild, immigration lawyer, managing partner at Wild & Weinberg, joining us live from New York. Thank you very much, Mr. Wild, for your time. Well, the ground here is not as pro-Hamas activity, but rather green card application procedure.
So right now it looks like the circuit court denied the habeas from the district court, and immigration is going to take action to put him back in custody and have him removed. Let's kind of move the drone or the lens back on the landscape here. This gentleman came to America and began to conduct himself in a way that went beyond First Amendment free speech, inciting public safety, taking over classrooms, warping this First Amendment and seeing that students were locked in classrooms. Safety, security, and restoring the peace is what happened in New York as Jews were threatened by radical Islamism and wokeism and support of Hamas. All of this happened under this gentleman's watch, veiled in the First Amendment. And the government basically said, if you're here in America and you're not a citizen, you're still a guest of sorts, and you need to be more humble in the way you handle yourself. It's one thing if you're going to speak in a microphone and express yourself.
Right.
It's another thing if you're going to approach what was considered to be the fighting words doctrine. That is a very important principle of law, that you can't scream fire in a movie theater. You do not have the right to incite violence. And the government is taking his entanglements with our international affairs, the pro-Hamas narrative, seriously enough to put him in removal proceedings.
Well, so what happens next? Can he still get out of it, quote unquote?
Well, the government is going to assume that they're going to file an appeal with the Board of Immigration Appeals and fight this decision. And he will have a few more bites at the apple. Mayor Mamdani in New York, I'm actually a mayor myself in New Jersey where I live, used him as a big visual in his inauguration and is heralding this as a First Amendment success. It isn't that. Don't kid yourself. When kids are stuck in classrooms and have to shelter in place because they're Jews, whether they wear a kippah or have a Magen David, this radical extremism cannot be tolerated in our nation, and the government will use whatever effective devices it has, particularly in the courts.
Yeah, so one case is cannot and should not be detached from the overall. Doesn't come in a void, let's put it that way. Mr. Michael Wild, immigration lawyer, managing partner at Wild & Weinberg, live from New York. Thank you so very much for joining us tonight. Thank you.
My pleasure.